if you wanted that, you just take it down to 20.
All right, so here we are at the beginning of the Charlie's Creek Road, going eastbound, and then we're gonna hopefully get to Chestnut Mountain by the end of the night. And
Not midnight.
yeah, not midnight. That's the plan. That's the plan. Is not midnight.
I want to go to bed before it gets cold and dark.
Yeah. So we got.
Night was cold.
Yeah. So we got an F-150, an F-250, and a Dodge Dakota, and it did rain recently, but hopefully not so much that it's dangerous. But we'll take it slow and see how it goes. So up around the corner here is something that's kind of sad to see. You can see that there's like these deep ruts over here on the left-hand side that are clearly going off the road, which is what the sign at the beginning of the trail said not to do, which is to no off-roading. And you can see we're staying on the road, on the forest road. But yeah, that's just horrible for the land, horrible for the trail. It's not respecting the privilege that we have to go on these trails and enjoy nature like this, so don't be that guy. So in this clip, you can kind of see here in a minute a new device that I'm trying out. So it's a heads-up display that I made kind of my own design. It's based off of a semi-truck camera system, but the heads-up display part I made myself. So I'm trying it out on the trail to see if it's worth it or if it gets in the way more than it does help me. So after not too long and some fun but kind of chill wheeling, we finally arrived at the infamous crossing for Charlie's Creek. So this is probably the longest creek crossing that I've done, but thankfully the water wasn't too high. It was probably only about a third of the way up my 35-inch tire. But it was still fun anyway, and it was a really cool thing to do. So what's important when doing the crossing here at Charlie's Creek, as with any crossing, is to stay on the trail. You can see all the rocks that are underneath the water there. Those actually the roadbed and is actually an approved fording area for this river. So you don't want to go driving up and down the river just like anywhere else. But thankfully the bottom is nice rocks that provide a lot of traction. Big thanks to Josh for standing in the rocks out in the water to get this shot. It was really cool.
Yes, sir.
Alright, here we come. So this next view is actually from the 4 cameras on the outside of the truck that are part of the dash cam system that I have powering the heads-up display inside the cab. You can see it's pretty useful for seeing like where my wheels are and obstacles, but I just wish it was as clear as this on the screen inside the cab. Sweet! Well, that was fun.
Ben, I didn't realize, Tom, how are you supposed to get you back your phone?
I was thinking that. So as Josh made his crossing, Aaron was filming, and Josh came up by him and picked up my phone to bring it to me on the other side.
Slow it down a little.
Oh, should I show you the heads-up display?
You gotta show.
Oh, you have a heads-up display? My dad's brand new GMC
No.
Sierra has a heads-up
So
display.
sit in the cockpit and then turn the green switch on.
Green?
You know what I do for a living.
I know you're playing. You plug playing.
Yeah, so just flip it up. Now look straight ahead.
Just wait for it to boot up.
This is my first time trying it, so I think it's probably a little too bright.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Dude.
And
What the hell?
And
You
what's
want one?
it's so this is like, you can buy these on Amazon. This is a semi-truck blind spot and what's it called, DVR dash cam thing.
Yeah.
And this was $5. This piece of plexiglass was $5 at Lowe's. These reflective pieces were like a couple of bucks on Amazon for a couple of them. And then this is coat hanger out of my closet, and the rest is tape and Velcro.
So you leave it like that all the time?
No, not while I'm driving on the road. So like I can do this and put
it'll
it
pop
down, and it'll
So
pop
if you-
down.
If you're like off-roading.
Yeah, it's an off-road tool. I have tried using it on the road, and it's just too distracting.
You just wanted to watch everything what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's a little too bright. Like I can't see through it well enough. So I'm
This
probably.
thing is crazy.
So after a quick lunch on the other side of the river, and after chatting with one of the forest rangers for a little while, it was time to get back on the road so that we could get to Chestnut Mountain before it got dark or even late. So we had plenty of time to set up camp. It wasn't long before the dirt road gave away to pavement, which made up the side roads that would take us to the entrance to Chestnut Mountain.
I live a simple life. I work all day, sleep all night. A couple kids who need a nap. Big dog and a little cat. A wife that barks but rarely bites. So I live a simple life. I live a simple life. A good coat when the cold winds bite. Leather boots for my bare feet. Now and then a steak to eat. I pick with the boys on Friday nights. So I live a simple life. My favorite book was wrote about a man that died to save my soul. And my favorite thing to hear is, Daddy, I'm so glad you're home. And my favorite woman is 5'3" with long black hair and green eyes. Oh, I live a simple life. Simple life, a couple of friends I really like, a little house outside of town, an old car that gets me around. Complications may arise, but I live a simple life. And I live a simple life, cell phone when my old car dies, the internet to show me where, GPS to get me there. Everywhere there's satellites, still still I live a simple life. And my favorite book was wrote about a man that died to save my soul. And my favorite thing to hear is, Daddy, I'm so glad you're home. And my favorite woman is 5'3" with long black hair and green eyes. Still I live a simple life. I live a simple life. I live a simple life. I live a simple life.
So just as we got to the top of the mountain, we saw a sight that more and more of us are seeing as the hobby grows popular for overlanding, is that our campsite that we planned on was already occupied, but this couple was actually really nice, invited us to stay, and actually invited us to come over and eat dinner with them. So that was really cool to meet them. We got camp set up and then got cooking. We made turkey burgers and some mashed sweet potatoes, since it was Thanksgiving weekend. So, and then after we survived the night with the cold and with the diesel heater, we set off in the morning so that we could get back to family and jobs. So the trail immediately at the top of Chestnut Mountain is actually pretty rocky, so we decided to take it real slow on the way down, especially since on the way up, not too far from here, a rock had claimed the side step on the passenger side of Aaron's F-150. Here, I'm going to stop and say a quick prayer before we go down. Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for this friendship and this time of fellowship, and keep us safe as we drive home. Amen.
Amen.
Stupid camera got knocked off my mirror again.
Oh no, I might be his father for this one.
Alright, let me get down a little further, and I'll come back. There's another little rock field up here. I'm going to go past that. Alright, cut it back, passenger. Alright, straighten out. Your rear tire is going to go over a rock. There you go, you're down on the other side of it. Good. Keep coming.
I feel like I would like to be somewhere else doing something that matters. And I'll admit here, while I sit here, my mind wastes away and my thoughts start to gather. What's the purpose? It feels worthless. So unwanted, like I lost all my focus.
Alright, passenger. Just keep it there, straighten up. Just follow the path now. Same thing for you, Aaron.
And sometimes I wonder why I'm even here at all. But then you assure me I'm a little.
Alright, you're gonna keep staying drive over here because of these rocks right here on my left-hand side.
You promise me that I'll get through this and do something right for once.
You're gonna go over that one I just pointed at, but you should be fine. Drive some more.
So I say if I can,
There you go, straighten out.
Most opportunities wasted, and nothing trivial that life can give me will measure up to what might have replaced it. Too late, but my day book is packed full of days that were empty and now gone, and not back.
So as we continued down the mountain, I started to think a little bit more about this heads-up display, and what I found was the camera positions were actually really cool and very helpful, but making it a heads-up display actually caused more harm than good. If the image was bright enough that I could see the detail that I needed, then it was so bright that I couldn't see through it. But if it was dim enough to see through, then I couldn't see the detail I needed. So I think I'm going to keep the screen system and the cameras, but I'm going to find a better place to mount the screen and just use it as a screen instead of as a heads-up display.
Gonna be the day that I would do something right for once. I know this week is a symbol of how I use my time. Resented, I spent it convincing myself the world's doing just fine without me doing anything of any consequence. Without me showing any sign of ever making sense of my time. It's my life and my right to use it like I should, like he would, for the good of everything that I would ever know. I'm a little more than useless, and when I think that I can't do this, they promise me that I'll get through this and do something right for once. I'm a little more than useless, and I never knew I knew this was gonna be the day that I would do something right for once.
Once we made it down the mountain, it was time to air up and head home. It was a fun long weekend, just getting to hang out and do some wheeling.